Hello everyone. Allow us from Group A to present evaluating financial performance and risk exposure of Bank CIMB Niaga 5-year analysis to 2020 to 2024. Before we begin, let me introduce the members of our group. So my name is Najla Aurelia Rahman, and next.
My name is Muhammad Zakwan Kamil.
My name is Anas Muhammad Mahfuz.
My name is Shakira Laura.
Okay, next.
For the first is introduction. Bank CIMB Niaga is one of the largest private banks in Indonesia in terms of asset, loans, and third-party funds. Established in 1955 under the name Bank Niaga, the bank has undergone various significant transformation, including the majority acquisition by Malaysia-based CIMB Group in 2002 and the official merger into the CIMB Group network in 2008. Following this merger, the bank changed its name to CIMB Niaga. CIMB Niaga provide a wide range of bank service include consumer, commercial, corporate, and Sharia banking, as well as digital banking through the Octomobile and Octoclick platform. With a vision to become the leading digital bank of choice in Indonesia, CIMB Niaga is committed to delivering a seamless, fast, and secure banking experience through technological innovation. Next.
So next is literature review. One is definition and purpose of financial statement in banking. Financial statements are information that describe the financial condition of a company, including banks. Fahmi 2015 state that financial statement can serve as an overview of a company's financial performance, while explains that financial statements are the result of the accounting process and a means of communicating the company financial data to interested parties. Next. So two is components of financial statement, balance sheets, income statement, and cash flow. The purpose of the balance sheet is to show a company financial position at a specific point in time, usually at the end of the fiscal years when the books are closed. The balance sheet is often referred to as the balance sheet because it demonstrates the balance between asset and resource of financing, liabilities, and equity. The income statement is a financial summary that shows revenue, expense, and profit or loss earned by a company during an accounting period, typical 1 year. The cash flow statement describes the inflow and outflow of cash during an accounting period. According to Hanafi and Halim, the main purpose of the cash flow statement is to provide information about a company cash receipt and cash payment during a specific period. Okay, next.
Okay, for the next is credit risk with causal factor, rising interest rates, slow economy, weak exchange rate. Next theory is market risk with NIM as an NDM as an indicator. So operational risk, so liquidity risk with indicator LDR, LCR, and NSPR. So there is supporting theory of bank performance and risk management, that's intermediation theory. So risk-based banking supervision and CAMEL's framework. That's the component of CAMEL is capital, asset management, earning, and liquidity. So next, RGEC framework with risk profile, good governance, earning, capital. So stakeholder theory and financial ratio analysis with probability, efficiency, liquidity, and ethics. Next.
Okay, I will explain methodology. Point A, research methodology summary. The study employs a quantitative descriptive approach using document of analysis PT Bank CIMB Niaga Integrated Annual Reports from 2020 to 2024. Secondary data sourced from official company publication provide reliable insight into financial performance, risk management, and governance. The methodology conduct a 5-year longitudinal analysis using vertical and horizontal financial analysis. Next, point B, vertical and horizontal analysis. These methods are used to assess a bank's financial condition, each providing different perspective and benefits. Point C, Camel's framework. The Camel's framework is a widely recognized analytical tool used by financial regulator and analysis to evaluate the overall soundness and stability of banking institution. Next, point D, RGEC framework. The RGEC framework is a regulatory model established by Indonesia Financial Service Authority or OJK to assess the overall soundness of banks operating within the national financial system. Point A, financial ratio analysis. To assess CIMB Niaga financial performance, this research applies the following key ratios like CIR, NPL, LDR, ROA, ROE, BOPO. And next, point F, evaluation of risk profile. The first K, inherent risk, credit risk, market risk, liquidity risk, operational risk, and holistic understanding. Next, point G, application of risk management theories. Number 1, Basel III framework, a global regulatory standard focusing on capital adequacy, stressing testing, and liquidity risk. Point 2, enterprise risk management, a holistic integrated approach that aligns risk management with business objective. And then the last, ISO 31000 risk management framework, an international standard promoting consistent, proactive, and value-driven risk management culture. And next.
Okay, next is result and discussion. One, vertical and horizontal analysis. Point A, analysis of vertical income statement. In the income statement, each account is presented as a percent of total operating revenue for the fiscal year 2024. This analysis highlights CIMB Niaga capability to generate income, manage operational expense, and deliver net profit to its shareholder. The finding provide valuable insight into how effective CIMB Niaga manage its revenue stream and overall financial performance. So this is the table, and then Niaga income statement demonstrated a stable and efficient revenue structure. The total operating income of 8 trillion serves as the basis for the vertical analysis. Next. Okay, and then point B is analysis vertical balance sheets. The balance sheets provide a snapshot of a company's financial position at a specific point in time, including its assets, liabilities, and equity. This analysis is important because the balance sheet reflects the proportion of funds allocated to productive activities. So this is the table, and the 2024 balance sheet structure of CEIMB Niaga reports total assets of 360 trillion, indicating a portfolio dominated by product assets. So next. Okay, and point C is analysis horizontal. Horizontal analysis is a method used to evaluate financial performance over time by comparing figures across multiple periods. The approach helps identify growth trends, operational consistency, and any significant fluctuation in company financial outcomes. In the case of CEIMB Niaga, horizontal analysis has been applied to its income statement from 2020 through 2024, offering a 5-year view of its financial process. The focus is placed on key indicators such as net interest income, net operating income, total operating income, income before tax, and net income. So this is the table. And next.
Okay, next Camel framework. For the analysis is for the first capital, CIMB Niaga Cars is always above 21% and peak at 24.02% in 2023. This shows that the bank has a very strong capital structure and is far above the OJK minimum requirement. This means that the bank is able to bear the risk of loss and expansion safely. Next, asset quality improved as indicated by a decrease in gross NPL from 3.62% to 1.76%, and net NPL from 1.04% to 0.69%. This reflects the effectiveness of credit risk management and the high quality of loans disbursed. Okay, the third one is management. Operational efficiency increase as seen from the decrease in BOPO from 89.38% to 71.47% in 2023 and remain under control at 74.02% in 2024. This shows good cost management and efficient management performance post-pandemic. Next, earnings. Profitability increased ROA and ROI peak in 2023, although down in 2024. It remains higher than 2020. NEM decreased, but efficiency and asset quality are able to maintain high profits. Next, liquidity. Liquidity is very healthy. LDR is stable and show optimal credit distribution. LCR is well above 100%. Meaning the bank is ready to face short-term liquidity pressure. CASA increased to 66.02%, meaning low-cost fund increase and funding costs become more efficient. Next.
Okay, for the next, I will explain about RGEC framework. For the first is risk profile. Gross NPL decreased from 3.62% in 2020 to 1.76% in 2024, indicating improved asset quality. LDR remained stable between 74 until 89%, reflecting healthy liquidity management. All ratios meet OJK standards, demonstrating effective risk management. Okay, for the second is good corporate governance. Strong GCG principle, CIMB Niaga consistently scored 2, or that means good, from 2020 until 2024, demonstrating adherence to transparency, accountability, and fairness. Healthy assessment. The bank governance meets regulatory standard, reflecting effective management and compliance. For the third is capital. Strong capital position, maintained CAR at 12.5% in 2020, 13.1% in 2021, 14.2% in 2022, 13.8% in 2023, and 14% in 2024, consistently exceeding the 8% regulatory minimum. Robust risk buffer, the 6 until 14.2% CAR range demonstrates superior capital adequacy and risk absorption capacity throughout 2020 until 2024. For the last is earnings. The bank's ROA improved consistently from 2020 until 2023, indicating greater asset efficiency despite a slight decline in 2024. Although NIM gradually decreased, it remained relatively high, showing strong margin management and sustained profitability.
Okay, next. For the first is cost to income ratio, CIR. CIMB Niaga has decreased significant from 62.5% and 8% in 2020 to 39.70% in 2024. They show that the bank operation are efficient with better cost management compared to the income generated. This improve is likely supported by digital transformation and cost control strategies that are consistent and implemented. Next, earning per share or EPS. CIMB Niaga has continued to increase from 113 to 311.62 over the past 5 years. This increase reflects strong and consistent net profit growth, which provides a positive signal for investor. Next, fee-based income ratio. CIMB Niaga fee-based income ratio saw a fluctuating trend but has managed to increase to 14.21% in 2024. This shows that the bank's success in developing non-interest income, especially from digital service and transaction commission. This income diversification is important to maintain long-term profit. Next, BMPK maximum credit limit to related parties. CIMB Niaga BMPK ratio is very stable and low at around 0.33% to 0.39%, far below to OJK maximum limit of 25%. This indicates that the bank is very compliant with regulatory provision and has strong credit risk management for affiliate parties. This also reflects healthy and transparent corporate governance. Next.
Okay, for the next is profitability ratio, ROA. CIMB Niaga's ROA improved significantly from 0.72% to 1.98%, then stabilized at 1.91% in 2024, demonstrating enhanced asset efficiency and sustained profitability of industry benchmark. Consistent growth reflect effective post-pandemic recovery and strong operational performance. For the second is profitability ratio, ROE. CIMB Niaga's ROE surged from 4.90% in 2020 to 13.2% 28% in 2023, then stabilized at 97% in 2024, demonstrating enhanced profitability and effective capital utilization. This sustained growth reflects strong financial management and consistent shareholder value creation above industry standard. Next is BOPO. CIMB Niaga improved operational efficiency as its BOPO ratio declined from 89.38% in 2020 to 71.47% in 2023, before a slight rise to 74.02% in 2024. This sustained sub-80% performance reflect effective cost management while supporting strategic growth investment. Okay, for the next is NIM. CIMB Niaga's NIM gradually declined from 4.88% to 4.9% in 2024 amid rising funding costs, but remained above 4%, demonstrating resilient net interest margin and effective asset liability management in a challenging rate environment. For the next is LDR from liquidity ratio. From 2020 to 2024, CIMB Niaga maintained stable liquidity with LDR fluctuating between 73.37% and 85.99%, settling at 83.60% in 2024, all within a healthy range. This trend reflects effective deposit utilization while preserving adequate liquidity buffers, demonstrating sound liquidity management and optimal fund allocation throughout the period. The bank's ability to balance lending growth with liquidity needs confirm its strong and stable liquidity position. For the next is debt to asset ratio. CIMB Niaga maintained as a stable debt to asset ratio of 85 until 86% from 2020 until 2024, reflecting typical banking sector leverage through customer deposit. This consistent ratio demonstrates prudent financial management, sustainable leverage, and controlled risk while supporting asset growth, confirming the bank's stable and efficient capital structure within industry norms. For the next is debt to equity ratio. CIMB Niaga maintained a high but stable debt to equity ratio between 577% until 616% from 20 until 2024. Reflecting typical banking sector leverage through customer deposit, the gradual post 2021 decline to 577% demonstrate improved capital structure while maintaining efficiency liability utilization, confirming sound financial management aligned with industry standard. For the last is KPMM. CIMB Niaga demonstrate robust capital strength in 2024 with KPMM ratios of 24.90% and 23.34%, significantly exceeding OJK's 8% requirement. The capital structure remained healthy with 95.3% Tier 1 capital and an efficient 16.22% fixed asset ratio, reflecting sound capital management and resilience. Next.
Okay, next is case study. So one is credit risk. During the COVID-19 pandemic, CIMB Niaga faced serious challenges in the small and medium enterprise segment with non-performing loan rates increasing from 6% in December 2019 to 1,600 in December 2020. This surge indicates a high risk of default due to the economic pressure on customers to manage this credit risk. CIMB Niaga to comprehensive mitigation steps such as strict selection of new debtors, providing payment relief for affected customers to credit restructuring programs and conditionally monitoring credit quality regularly to maintain a healthy portfolio and minimize potential loss. Point 2 is market risk. To address market risk arising from fluctuation in exchange rates and interest rates, CIMB Niaga applies the value at risk approach with 99% confidence level to measure the exposure of their trading portfolio. Beside VAR, the bank also routinely conducts sensitive analysis and stress testing to simulate the impact to extreme market change. This allows management to better understand potential loss and take proactive measures in managing market position and implementing appropriate hedging strategies, thereby maintaining the bank financial stability amid market volatility. So next.
Okay, for the third one is operational risk. Disruption to automatic cash deposit machine cause delays in refund and customer inconvenience. The bank improved its operational risk management system by improving technology infrastructure, maintenance, and employee training, so that operational processes are smoother and the risk of disruption is reduced. The last is internal fraud risk. Internal fraud cases cause major loss. CIMB Niaga anticipate this with whistle-blowing system managed by a third party so that employees can report anonym, and routinely holds anti-fraud training to increase awareness and work integrity. Next.
And then the last, conclusion and strategic recommendation. The first conclusion, this study has provided a true analysis of the financial performance and risk management practice of PT Bank CIMB Niaga over the period 2020 until 2024. The findings demonstrate that CIMB Niaga has successfully navigated a dynamic and challenging economic environment marked by the COVID-19 pandemic, global economic uncertainties, and rapid technological change. From a financial perspective, CIMB Niaga has shown real resilience and adaptability. Key performance indicators such as return on assets or ROA, return on equity, net interest margin, and the efficiency ratio. Number 2, strategic recommendation. Based on the 5-year analysis of CIMB Niaga financial performance, digital transformation, and risk management practice, the following strategic recommendations are proposed to enhance the bank's competitive resilience and sustainable growth. The first one, accelerate digital transformation and innovation. Number 2, strengthen risk management frameworks. And 3, deepen customer-centric strategies. 4, enhance sustainable banking and ESG initiative. 5, optimize operational efficiency and cost management. And 6, expand strategic partnerships and regional presence.
Okay, maybe just this from us. Sorry if there's any mistake from our presentation. Thanks a lot, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.